How do you cope with stressful situations? Do you take a deep breath? Do you talk it out? Well, guess what? You may not be doing yourself any favors. And an article in Prevention Magazine's December issue says that everything you think you know about stress is wrong. Diane Salvatore is the editor-in-chief, and she's here to tell us what we should be doing instead. It's been a long time. It's good to see you again.
Great to see you, Robin.
Diane. Okay, because we have these kind of ideas of what we're supposed to be doing, and we're always told, talk it out. You know, don't leave things bottled up.
Right.
Is that not right?
This goes back to the 60s and the 70s, the whole therapy culture. You know, let it all hang out. Don't be repressed. Well, it turns out that coping is actually excellent for you. People who talk too much or think too much about a problem actually set themselves up for more stomach pain, cold and flu, and actually even depression. So it's all about distract and deny. You know, get yourself into something that you want to learn how to do pottery, learn piano, and just get on with your life. It's a much better stress strategy.
Okay, so don't hold it in. But it's kind of like a fine line. Don't talk about it too much.
Exactly.
But do kind of
allow yourself that moment, but don't keep ruminating. Women are especially prone to that,
yeah,
and it's just it's not so good for the stress function.
And also, they're saying an outburst is not necessarily a bad thing.
Now, this sounds like a contradiction, but it's not, because in the moment, if you bang your thumb with a hammer or somebody cuts you off in traffic, and suddenly there's that big explosion of colorful language, very good for you. This is good news for hotheads. And the reason for that is that you're tricking your brain into having some control, feeling like you have control in a moment of helplessness. And this actually makes the brain produce less stress. So we're not recommending that anybody pull a Charlie Sheen moment and trash furniture, because chronic rage will lead to stroke and heart attack. But in the moment, let it out.
Okay, but that goes counterintuitive, because we're thinking that's not ladylike. You know how we're always taught you can't have that outburst.
Right.
But
well, nobody wants to be, sick from all of the bad effects of stress. So go for it in the moment. It's much healthier to release. Cortisol will go down. You'll feel better.
Good to know about that. We often hear, Diane, about if you're stressful that you start picking up food and candy, and that's a bad thing.
People do that, and I wish that there was some fettuccine Alfredo in both of our futures here, Robin. But the fact of the matter is, the one superfood that really works to combat stress is dark chocolate. 1.5 ounces twice a day really brings down those cortisol levels. And in fact, I'm really surprised that no one has figured out how to bottle it and charge 10 times as much for it, because there's no other food that really does the job. Not even milk chocolate. It has to be dark chocolate.
Dark chocolate, not the milk chocolate like that.
Exactly.
And often we hear about people, they meditate and it helps them deal with the stress.
54% of people who meditate are completely anxious. I mean, if you've seen Eat, Pray, Love, that great scene with Julia Roberts where she's watching the clock and she's just eaten alive with anxiety, it doesn't work for everybody. And so what does work about that is rhythmic breathing and training the brain away from the problem. So find something that you love that involves something rhythmic. Painting, and I don't even mean oil painting, just, paint a wall or knit or swim or even doing puzzles, something that trains the brain away and gets you focused on breathing and distracted from the problem will bring your stress levels down.
Just being repetitive with some kind of...
Yes, the repetitive motion and something that you love. And meditation is harder than it looks.
Yeah, I've heard people say that it's more stressful than not.
Yes.
Well, this is making us rethink.
Yes.
Some things,
very counterintuitive.
Yeah, but I like that. Diane, thank you. We'll have you back from time to time to give us things like that. Again, from Prevention Magazine, December issue.
December issue on the stands now.
There you go.